Thanks, Kevin. Well, our hope here at 100 Huntley Street is always that someone will resonate with a story or guest they see on the show, and it will motivate them to change their life for good. Well, my next guest had one of those experiences and joins me today. Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Maggie. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming back. So one day, you're at home, you get a call from a friend who tells you, you need to turn on 100 Huntley Street. Tell me what happened.
That's exactly what happened. A friend from Newfoundland called me, and she knew my husband and I had been married 10 years with no children coming along. And she called and she said, flick on 100 Huntley Street this morning. I said, okay, so I did. And your program had a wonderful guest explaining how she and her husband had just returned from China with an adoption. And she said, the guest said, adoption is not a consolation prize. And at that moment, all this hurt and frustration and sadness was healed almost instantly by God speaking to my heart through this woman saying that adoption is not a consolation prize. And that set off a series of events, which is why we're here today.
Wow. So, I mean, choosing adoption is a big decision to make. You're bringing somebody into your home, but that's exactly what you decided to do. So tell me about these two lovely girls. That
my two lovely girls are now 14 and 10.
Wow.
But so it was a wonderful experience. Our first daughter came home from Malawi when she was 6 months old. And our second daughter came home from Haiti when she was 2.5 years old to us. And that's what became a ripple effect from that statement, not just for our family or our children, but for other children and programs, and, you know, just going on and on with what God is doing and opening doors.
Now, I know that God doesn't just work through Huntley Street. He works through so many different areas, like your friend.
He's big.
He is big. But what would have happened if you hadn't gotten that call that day?
I may have just carried on and plodded on in fear and sadness and disappointment. And so to have that encouragement come right through the screen, right to me, and speak almost directly to me, well, actually directly to me, it changed my life and my husband's life and other people too.
Excuse me, and you were recently in the news because of a charity that you had started that is just bursting at the seams.
Yes,
Tell me about
bursting
this.
is the word.
Yes.
Well, because of our daughter being from Haiti, I was drawn to that place, and I've been visiting for about 10 years and always wanted to do something that was job creation, sustainability, keeping families together. And so my sister and I overheard an idea, and we began collecting wedding dresses. And then we have set up a little retail shop in Port-au-Prince, 2 actually now. And so girls can come and pick a dress and borrow it or rent it or buy it. And by that, we have a little job program going that is just wonderful.
You're making this seem like it's just a little thing. Like, you are getting thousands of dresses that are being donated by, you know, many of us just have our wedding dresses sitting in our closet, and you're being able to reuse these in now not just Haiti, in so many other countries. Tell us about its expansion.
Because of the generosity of Canadians from coast to coast, and businesses too, giving us, you know, hundreds in a day dresses. We've been able to share them with Malawi, Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana. We sent our first dress to India for a pastor and his wife to be married last year. And so it's growing and expanding, and we appreciate the support from coast to coast.
And it kind of all started on that day 15 years ago when you got a call from your friend. What would you say to our friends watching about giving and supporting 100 Huntley Street?
I think it's a wonderful program because you never know which guest will speak to which listener. And, you know, it might not be exactly who you would think, oh, this person is not, you know, they're not my taste or they're not my same demographic. But what they say can change your heart, or you can call a friend and say, hey, this might help you.
That's always our hope and our dream. Thank you so much, Nicola.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the success. Again, the number is 1-800-265-3100, or you can give securely online at crossroads.ca/donate. Amazing stories of how this show is being able to reach and change lives across our land, across our country. Well, Emmy Award-winning TV host Kathy Lee Gifford penned this beautiful book entitled The Rock, the Road, and the Rabbi. It's a great journey into the heart of the scriptures. We're going to tell you how you can request your own copy, but first, let's join Kathy Lee and Rabbi Sobel in the Galilee region of Israel.